What happens when two legendary giants from the dawn of time are forced to face each other in an epic clash that will shake the earth itself? On one side, a primal force of nature, worshipped as a god, rising from the ocean depths with atomic fury. On the other, a mighty king, the last of his kind, ruling a hidden world beneath our feet. But the real question is, are they enemies? Or is something far more dangerous pulling the strings behind the scenes? In this explosive adventure packed with jaw-dropping visuals, secret worlds, and unexpected twists, the fate of the planet may depend on the outcome of this battle. Get ready, because this is not just a fight between monsters, it's a war for dominance, survival, and truth. Let's dive into the spectacular and thrilling world of Godzilla vs. Kong. Godzilla and Kong once clashed in an epic battle. In that fierce showdown, Godzilla emerged victorious, overpowering Kong before disappearing into the ocean's depths. Since that day, no one has seen or heard from him. Now, a new chapter unfolds. On a lush green island, Kong's home, we find the mighty Titan again. He has grown larger and stronger since we last saw him. As he awakens from a deep slumber, he enjoys a playful moment in the water. Nearby, a little girl watches him with affection. Kong shares a deep bond with her. Though she cannot speak or hear, their connection is unbreakable. Kong listens to her, trusts her, and never disobeys. She is his only friend, and perhaps the only one who can calm his storm. Yet, something has changed in Kong. His aggression has intensified. In a sudden burst of fury, he uproots a massive tree and hurls it skyward. It crashes through a shimmering energy wall that surrounds the island, an invisible prison meant to keep Kong confined and prevent another battle with Godzilla. The world fears what might happen if these two titans meet again. Their power is unimaginable. Now that Kong has grown in size, the authorities decide to relocate him, somewhere safer, somewhere away from civilization. Meanwhile, in a distant city, a young man works for a cutting-edge tech company known for building advanced machines and powerful robots. But this man, a skilled hacker, suspects something is wrong. He digs deeper into the company's secret files, and what he discovers shocks him. The company is transporting a massive object to Hong Kong, something they're building, something dangerous. Before he can investigate further, alarms begin to blare. Godzilla is coming. From the depths of the sea, the colossal creature rises. But this time, something is different. Godzilla, once the savior of humanity, now attacks without mercy. He unleashes his devastating nuclear power, reducing the company's facility to rubble. The world is thrown into chaos. Why is Godzilla doing this? What triggered his rage? The answer remains hidden. But one thing is certain. This isn't the Godzilla they once knew. The company's owner addresses the media, claiming they're developing a device that can control Godzilla. But the public isn't convinced. Somewhere else, a young woman named Madison watches the news. She refuses to believe it. She knows Godzilla. He has saved humanity before. She's certain something or someone has provoked him. She rushes to her father and pleads with him to see reason. But her father, a seasoned expert in Titan behavior, warns her. Titans are like people. They have emotions. They can change. Determined to prove that Godzilla is not the villain, Madison leaves. Soon, she comes across an online video uploaded by the same hacker. In it, he exposes the truth behind the company's hidden project. Convinced there's more to the story, Madison decides to find the hacker and uncover the real reason behind Godzilla's rampage. Meanwhile, the company's secret is slowly unraveling. The CEO, now desperate, turns to a renowned scientist, Dr. Nathan, for help. Whatever they've built is no longer under control. Something ancient and powerful is awakening. And this is just the beginning. Dr. Nathan, a respected scientist, had long believed in a hidden world beneath our feet. Years ago, he published a book about this mysterious realm, calling it Hollow Earth, a secret world deep underground, invisible to the human eye, and believed to be the birthplace of the Titans. Many dismissed his theory, but now it was finally being proven true. The owner of a powerful tech company confirmed it. Hollow Earth exists. Not only that, they had detected a powerful energy source emanating from within it, an energy that could rival Godzilla's own power. This is where Titans draw their strength from, the company owner explained to Dr. Nathan. Just like we depend on the sun, they depend on Hollow Earth. If we can harness that energy, we might stand a chance against Godzilla. Dr. Nathan was stunned but cautious. Even if it exists, how do we get there? He hesitated as memories of his brother surfaced. His brother had attempted the same journey years ago but never returned. It was said that Hollow Earth defied all laws of physics, with gravity flipping and everything floating through the air. But the company had a solution. We've developed something new, the owner said, leading Dr. Nathan into a hangar. An anti-gravity vehicle designed to handle Hollow Earth's bizarre conditions. With this, we can make the journey safely. There was only one problem. They didn't know the exact location of the energy source. Every Titan can sense their home, the company owner added. That's why we need Kong. He'll lead us there. Dr. Nathan then met with a trusted colleague, a compassionate doctor who had been caring for Kong for years. She was hesitant at first, protective of the Titans she had come to know and respect. But Nathan reasoned with her. Kong doesn't belong here. If he stays, Godzilla will find him. He's only safe in Hollow Earth. Reluctantly, she agreed. There was no other choice. Kong, chained and closely guarded by an armed escort, was prepared for the journey. The little girl, Kong's closest friend, was with them. Using sign language, she explained to the doctors that Kong was angry because he was in chains. He felt betrayed. As they prepared to set sail, the Army's commander assured the team, "We'll avoid Godzilla's path. We'll take a safer route so he doesn't detect us." The female doctor nodded. "Yes, we must. If Godzilla and Kong meet again, it will be catastrophic. They both see themselves as the king of the monsters." Meanwhile, Madison continued her mission. Alongside her friend, she finally tracked down the hacker. He welcomed them and revealed what he had discovered. "The company is building something massive," he said. "They plan to move it to Hong Kong once it's complete." Godzilla sensed the threat and attacked the company. Back at sea, trouble was brewing. Alarms blared on the ship carrying Kong. The little girl urgently warned the doctor, "Godzilla is coming." Dr. Nathan realized the danger. "We must unchain Kong," he said. "He's our only hope. If Godzilla attacks, Kong needs to be ready." Moments later, Godzilla emerged from the ocean, cutting through the waves like a living mountain. He was headed straight for the ship. Kong, sensing the threat, let out a furious roar, but he was still bound. Missiles and rockets were launched at Godzilla in desperation, but nothing stopped him. He plowed through the assault, sinking planes and tearing through defenses with his atomic fury. Then Godzilla reached the fleet, and all chaos broke loose. He slammed into the ships, flipping one over and dragging others under the sea. Kong's ship tipped dangerously, and panic spread among the crew as water flooded the deck. Then they unchained Kong. He was their only hope to stand against Godzilla and save everyone. The moment Kong was freed, an intense battle erupted between the two titans. Kong roared and threw Godzilla deep into the sea with immense force. As chaos unfolded, Kong helped tilt the overturned ship back upright, saving the crew on board. But Godzilla wasn't done. Rising from the depths, he charged toward the ship where the little girl was. In a flash, Kong leapt across the ships, reaching just in time. He landed a mighty punch on Godzilla. Godzilla retaliated with equal strength, sending Kong tumbling. But Kong, undeterred, rose again and launched another powerful attack that hurled Godzilla into the ocean. Enraged, Godzilla unleashed his devastating nuclear breath, lighting up the sea with a terrifying blue glow. Realizing the danger, Kong jumped into the water to escape. The humans aboard were left in awe of Godzilla's incredible power. Underwater, the fight continued. Godzilla, being a sea creature, had the upper hand. Kong, on the other hand, struggled to breathe. Godzilla dragged him deeper into the ocean, nearly drowning him. Seeing this, the female doctor panicked. "We must help Kong, or he'll die," she cried. The team fired a barrage of missiles into the sea, creating enough distraction for Kong to break free and rise to the surface, gasping for air. Dr. Nathan then made a bold decision. "Shut down everything. Engines, power, everything. Make Godzilla think we're dead." The crew complied. The silence worked. Godzilla circled them once, stared at Kong with burning eyes, then slowly swam away. But now a new problem loomed. If we move, Godzilla will realize we're still alive and come back. "How will we move forward, and what about Kong?" asked the female doctor. "We'll fly him there," said Dr. Nathan, pointing to a transport aircraft. Meanwhile, Madison and her friends had infiltrated the company's secret facility. They wanted to discover what had provoked Godzilla's earlier rampage. Deep inside the lab, they stumbled upon giant eggs. Clearly something monstrous was being developed. Before they could leave, the doors slammed shut, trapping them inside. Suddenly, the floor beneath them shifted. They were inside a cargo pod. It launched, taking them all the way to Hong Kong, along with the mysterious eggs. Back in the Hollow Earth mission, Kong was being transported to the entry point of the underground world, but he stopped at the cave's entrance, hesitant to go further. "He won't listen to us," someone said. "Then let the girl ask him," the doctor replied. The little girl walked up to Kong and gently told him that his family, and others like him, might be inside. Hearing this, Kong's expression changed. He nodded. Kong stepped into the Hollow Earth cave, his massive figure slowly vanishing into the glowing tunnel. The team followed in their anti-gravity vehicles. The hollow earth was breathtaking, an upside-down world with floating rocks, glowing skies, and wild landscapes unlike anything they'd seen before. But it wasn't safe. Suddenly, a giant, flying beast attacked their vehicle. It lunged toward the little girl, but Kong intervened just in time. With a single brutal move, he tore the creature's head off, protecting her. Kong continued moving forward, and the team followed closely. Back in Hong Kong, Madison and her friends discovered the company's biggest secret. They had built a mechanical titan, Mechagodzilla, designed to destroy Godzilla himself. The machine's controller was the same mysterious man Dr. Nathan had met earlier. To test Mechagodzilla's strength, they released a skullcrawler, a deadly creature, but Mechagodzilla effortlessly crushed it, showcasing terrifying power. However, there was a major problem. Mechagodzilla needed a massive power source to operate at full capacity, something only found in the Hollow Earth. That's why the company had been so desperate to find the energy, and now they had it. As soon as Mechagodzilla was powered up, Godzilla felt it. Something was wrong, something big. Something that could rival even him. Godzilla starts heading towards Hong Kong, where Mechagodzilla is being prepared. Meanwhile, in the beautiful and mysterious Hollow Earth, Kong climbs a mountain and discovers a hidden door. With a mighty push and a powerful roar, he opens it and enters. Inside, he finds an ancient weapon, an axe crafted from a part of Godzilla's body. Sitting on a throne-like stone, Kong looks like a true king holding his powerful new weapon. Back in Hong Kong, Godzilla senses something strange. Realizing there's someone else in the Hollow Earth, he unleashes a massive blast of his nuclear breath onto the ground. The energy travels deep into the earth, piercing through and reaching Kong's location. Kong, meanwhile, discovers a glowing energy source that charges his axe, making it even more powerful. But just as things seem to be coming together, the female company executive plays a dangerous game. Ignoring warnings from the female scientist, she transmits the Hollow Earth energy back to the surface so they can activate Mechagodzilla. But her plan backfires. Kong sees her trying to escape and smashes her vehicle. Now fully armed, Kong senses a coming battle. He prepares to face Godzilla. Godzilla, now above ground in Hong Kong, uses his nuclear powers to signal his challenge. Kong responds, leaping up from the Hollow Earth through the tunnel Godzilla created, ready to fight. Kong swings his mighty axe at Godzilla, but it gets stuck in a building. Taking the opportunity, Godzilla pins Kong down and an intense battle begins. Godzilla uses his nuclear breath again and again, but Kong keeps dodging, surviving with courage and power. He slams his axe into Godzilla, injuring him, but Godzilla fights back harder, knocking Kong aside with a nuclear blast. Still, Kong manages to block it with his axe. The two titans go head-to-head in a fierce and long battle, shaking the city. Despite his strength, Kong begins to weaken. Godzilla eventually overpowers him, slamming his foot on Kong's chest and letting out a victorious roar. Kong growls back, but he's badly hurt. Meanwhile, the energy from Hollow Earth is successfully used to activate Mechagodzilla, an enormous, terrifying machine stronger than even Godzilla. But something goes wrong. Mechagodzilla gains full control and kills the company's owner and his assistant. Then, bursting through the lab wall, Mechagodzilla heads into the city. When Godzilla sees the mechanical monster, he rushes into battle once again. But Mechagodzilla proves too powerful. Blow after blow knocks Godzilla down. At the same time, Kong is lying unconscious, his heartbeat fading. The little girl feels his chest and realizes he's dying. Dr. Nathan quickly comes up with a plan. They must give him an electric shock. Using their anti-gravity vehicle, they send a surge of power into Kong's heart. His body jerks, and finally, he breathes again. He's alive. The girl signs to Kong, telling him, Godzilla is not our enemy. Help him. Kong hears her, grabs his axe, and rushes to Godzilla's aid. Just as Mechagodzilla is about to kill Godzilla, Kong arrives and saves him. Now, both titans stand side by side. Even together, Mechagodzilla is almost too strong. Kong looks for his axe, but it's no longer charged. Still, he fights bravely. Just as Mechagodzilla is about to strike a deadly blow, Godzilla fires his nuclear breath, this time directly onto Kong's axe, charging it with immense power. Now fully powered, Kong unleashes his fury. He hacks into Mechagodzilla, tearing it apart piece by piece, smashing its limbs, slicing through its body, and finally ripping off its head. With Mechagodzilla destroyed, the city falls silent. Peace returns. Godzilla rises again, staring at Kong. Kong grips his axe, ready for another battle. But after a long pause, the two understand each other. They fought together. They're not enemies. Godzilla turns around and walks back to the sea, disappearing beneath the waves. Later, we see Kong in his new home, deep within Hollow Earth. He's finally at peace, and the little girl is there with him. And with that, the epic story comes to an end. Thank you for watching.